Say what you will about Mel Gibson, the guy knows how to direct a damn good movie. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we're going to be talking about the film Hacksaw Ridge. Now this is a biopic which focuses on private medic Desmond Doss and his fight during essentially the opening parts of the Battle of Okinawa and taking of Hacksaw Ridge. What makes him unique as a war hero is that he has the religious beliefs of not committing any sort of violence, and in that he cannot touch a gun. And so that makes his life kind of miserable and kind of difficult when he reports the basic training for World War II. And while everyone else is okay with taking a gun, killing people, all that stuff which is required for war, he is very much against it, and he was one of the very first cases of it kind of being an issue and being allowed to go into battle without one. Andrew Garfield does a fantastic job in this film. This film will not work without him, in my opinion. He captures the essence of this character so well, because you have him as this nice guy, this very charming guy, just a very good guy who wants to be a doctor, wants to help people. And we see that in the introduction to this film, which I thought was a little bit long, but it was essential for kind of introducing him as a person, for us being able to see exactly where he is coming from. We have kind of a snippet of his past before that. We got to see kind of why he is so against violence, and more of that is revealed over the course of the film. But both him and then his relationship with Teresa Palmer's character, that really added a lot of good background for like where this guy is coming from and why he is so opposed to violence and what he is ultimately kind of fighting for in regards to his beliefs, and trying to make sure that people are going to not view him differently because he might oppose those beliefs at some point. I thought he and Teresa Palmer had really good chemistry in this film. I really enjoyed seeing them both together on screen. She is becoming more and more of an actress for me to watch out for after Lights Out. This film is a really good one that she did, and she's slowly making up for her role in The Choice earlier this year. We also have Sam Worthington and Vince Vaughn as these two Army higher-ups who are very much opposed to Doss being involved in the military after they learn that he is not a fan of violence. And so you get to see kind of where they're coming from in regards to their perspectives and how they slowly start to gain respect for this guy. Then you also have Luke Bracey as more like the early antagonist, and you kind of know where he's going to end up going. But I thought that Luke Bracey also did a really good job in this movie. Now, one thing that I have to give this film credit for above anything else is that it depicts the horrors of war to such a graphic extent. The film opens up with just a scene of dead bodies and just shows us a montage of just dead soldiers on the battlefield as things are exploding and people are being shot. And even when you eventually see these soldiers that we have come to know through like the training sequences just getting their faces shot through or shot in the chest or blown up, there's such extensive violence in seeing that stuff happen that it really just depicts the horrors of what war, at least what it was back in World War II, to such a graphic extent that it really does justice to the period. Because you have these video games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, others, where you play through World War II, but you're basically an invincible hero. You have people dying around you, but you don't really pay that much attention because you're just trying to focus on taking down guys, moving to the next objective. And you basically can't really be killed, and if you do, you respond and you're fine. And this just shows how unpredictable war can be and how quickly death can happen. There is a scene where it's like early in the morning, they get surprise attacked. A guy just kind of sits up and shot through the head. It's just like done, just like that. You just don't see it coming, and this film just depicted that just so well and so graphically that I gotta give Mel Gibson props for doing that. And this film just really had a good sense of tension, at least once we got to the battlefield situations, because even when they're just like slowly approaching at the very beginning of the fight, I was very tense. I didn't know what to expect or how far this film was going to go until I saw like the graphic nature of where it was going to go. And yeah, this film did a very good job at basically depicting the war in all of capacities, in my opinion. And as with most biopics, I enjoy it when they have a biopic ending in which they showcase what happened to some of these characters after the events. And this film even goes a step further in having actual interviews with Desmond Doss and other characters in this film. And I really liked that, because you get to see kind of where some of the inspiration for certain scenes came from, and just kind of what these guys' opinions and depictions were of Doss after these events. And I just really liked that. So guys, ultimately Hacksaw Ridge, fantastic movie. It's one of my most highly anticipated films of the last third of this year, September to December, and it delivered without fail, really. I had no real issues with this film. I thought I did a very good job depicting war. Andrew Garfield blew his role out of the park. He did fantastic. And I can't really say too much negative about this film. But guys, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, share, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.